guys, we're back here at the GSL Code S, and after this best of 3, we're going to know who's going to be the first today to escape to the round of 8.
That is correct, Tasteless.
The loser will go down to our final match.
Will it be Flash playing against Sue, or will it be Parting playing against Sue? Now, if Parting goes up, that's half the top 8 is Protoss.
Yeah, that's true.
Pretty crazy.
That's pretty unheard of.
Yeah. If Flash goes up, that's going to be a little bit more balanced for that round, unless Mario comes up as well. We'll see.
Well, you know, today here, this group is so sick. And what a great matchup here to have here, Flash and Parting.
Well, it certainly is. When they played last time, I thought it was a fantastic match. It seemed like Flash was going to be completely unstoppable. He killed the third base of Parting. He really pushed Parting back against the wall, and Parting fought back like elegantly, kind of like he did against Maru there, where he was just like all over the place after he got up to 4 bases and just monster mode. Tempest, everything. It was amazing. They're both beasts in the matchup. It's going to be a great set.
Today is a beautiful day, Artosis.
It's a beautiful day.
Our map is going to be Belshire Vestige. I actually have no idea who's going to win this.
It's
I really
impossible
can't
to
call
predict.
it. Yeah.
Impossible to predict.
Guys, tell your friends to come tune in here. This is one of the best GSL days you could ask for with the 4 players we have here today in Group D, the round of 16, here at GOMTV.net.
I'm excited for the way my heart is beating. I'm gonna need a riot squad to help control my breathing. Communicating with faces like I can hear.
In the bottom right starting location, we have the Terran legend. He is
KT Roster Flash.
I can't talk. And in the upper left, he won the World Championship last year. He is
SK Telecom T1 Parting.
Parting is a pretty cool ID.
You like it? Actually, I'm not crazy about that ID.
It's actually
I think
kind of
Flash
cool.
is one of the best IDs I've ever heard. You know, making the right idea is actually pretty important for branding's sake. Party, now why do you like the ID Party?
Because it's like a word you don't use that much. Like, what does it really mean? It kind of just say it. Parting. That's kind of a cool ID.
What?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know if I can agree with you on that one.
No, I like it.
It's not bad, and just
well, it's like a word that isn't really used that much. Like, tell me what parting means exactly.
Well, like I'm parting my hair to the right.
Okay, you use it a stupid way. More like Moses parted the Red Sea. Tasteless.
Well, no, that's parted.
Yeah, but while he was doing it, he was parting it. So, all right.
Well, parting is to divide in one direction or the other.
Yeah,
right?
And that's what force fields do. So, parting is an awesome ID.
I don't know, Artosis.
Get out, Tasteless. It's a great.
I think there's. I'm trying to think of what are some of the best StarCraft 2 IDs. Definitely Baby Pig.
Pig Baby.
Pig Baby. Excuse me.
Yeah, Pig Baby's a great ID.
Pig in general is just a good ID.
Someone tweeted at me that Maru means perfection in Japanese.
Oh, that's sick.
That's pretty cool.
Innovation's a good idea. But I think...
Bogus is a much better ID. Imagine if he had kept the ID Bogus. I didn't like Bogus when it first popped up, but nowadays I would really like it.
You know, it's one of those things like the barcode butcher on the Korean ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you can live up to the name,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
I didn't know Maru meant perfection in Japanese.
Well, I didn't either, and why would you know?
I mean, we live in Korea.
Okay, so Flash mining just enough gas to grab the reactor after the Reaper, grabbing his command center as well. Next is coming up for parting. Everything very, very standard so far. Going to see a gas in a second, and a pylon, etc., etc. But what tech route will he go for? That's what Flash is going to be trying to find.
I don't think we're going to see that fancy blink strat against Flash here. I think whatever the solid strats are that Parting had for a standard PVT, he's going to bring out here against Flash.
Do you think he's going to play like Blink Colossus style here?
I think that's certainly a possibility.
I think it's the most likely thing that we'd see, but not sure that it is what we will see. We'll take a minute, though. What are some other sick IDs? Kong Ho in all caps is growing on me.
Actually, I'm not crazy about Kong Ho. I like
that it's all caps.
Slayer's Boxer. Great ID.
Yeah.
For an old ID. I think here, I'm trying to think of all the plays. MVP is a good ID because he lives up to the name of being the MVP.
That's true.
That's like an example of an ID that you can pull off because
it's kind of like MC in that regard.
What?
He lived up to it, man. He's like an MC.
Well, MC stands for his name, Minchill.
I know.
So, not.
I know.
Oh, I thought
that was the whole point. Never mind.
Oh, I see where the joke was going.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Anyways, we do have the very fast +1. Quick forge coming up after the robo for Parting. Parting looking very normal and standard on his. We'll see what time he gets those gases at his natural.
We'll see some more gateways thrown up here in a little bit here from Parting as well. I'm trying to think of other. Let's stay on the ID thing.
Okay.
Despite your joke, let's actually.
Whoa.
Was he going to get a Twilight there for a second?
It looked like it. He's adding his gas right now, though, which means that the Twilight would be a really weird choice.
Well, he'd be very vulnerable for a little bit here.
Yeah.
If he did get the Twilight.
Grabbing the gases that early generally means Blink Colossus. If you're going to get a Twilight, you normally get it a bit later, but we'll see. I don't know. That was weird. Because how could he make that? Like he started to make it, then didn't make it? Like, it's just kind of weird. I'm confused. But anyways.
What else is a good ID? Hold on. Let's talk about this for a little bit.
I think Tasia is a good idea.
Is Tasia a Korean word?
I would imagine.
You see, you know what it is? I actually figured you out. Oh my god, I figured you out.
Huh.
You just like IDs that sound a certain way because your name ID doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
It's Artosis.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm actually interested in like an ID that actually means something because my ID is a word. That like actually you could find in the dictionary.
True. Yeah, your opinions
are
are less valid than mine. Thank you for pointing that out. It is actually a Twilight opener here. Now, what is he going to do with this? Is he going straight into DT? Or is he going straight into... okay, he's getting charge. So we should be seeing Templar Archives.
So for Charge Archon.
Pretty soon.
Or a Zealot Charge with Archon.
This is kind of cool because he got the gases pretty early with this. Going to be focusing... yeah, I mean, obviously he's going to have a lot more gas than you would normally have with it. But to get, like, really quick Storm against Flash, I don't think that's a bad idea. You know, the Colossus sometimes seems more fragile against someone that really hits every SCV, makes every single unit, and is really good at multitasking. And this is quite similar to how he opened against Flash last time they played against each other.
Yeah, he's powering pretty hard. 2 more gateways, and, of course, that Templar Archives on the way.
In fact,
and he's going to get that Warp Prism here as well.
In fact, this is the exact same build with just slightly quicker gases at the natural as he used against Flash on Daybreak in Season 1 of WCS Korea this year. Wow. Yeah, well, it worked then, and I guess he's deciding that it's going to work now, Tasteless, that the Warp Prism is going to be very, very important. He's going to want to bring that around the side, but Flash actually already has a unit waiting to see the Warp Prism on the very right-hand side of the map.
This is... they're actually both playing so perfectly right now.
Yeah, this is very tight on both build orders. Single Mind Drop going to come up, and there's that Marine.
This might be to just move the army back into the main. The Mind Drop's hard to deal with, and possibly move the Observer as well.
Yeah, possibly. Well, there's an Observer right there.
The supply's virtually even, by the way. Nobody's been able to pick up here. Oh, did he actually graze by there? That was kind of covered up by the mini-map.
Ooh, that's a nice first feedback right there. And with the cannon here and 3 Stalkers... doesn't look like this is the most useful thing.
Yep, just in range of that cannon vision.
Gets 1 probe, no biggie. Feedback the other one. He's doing a Zealot drop in the main base.
Now let's see if this is going to be a little bit more effective here.
Well, he's killing off some SCVs. That's actually really nice.
Yeah, actually a good amount of SCVs.
Wow.
So far, Parting taking a pretty convincing lead right now.
Very good opening by Parting. Now, if these two were in relation to each other at the same skill levels that they were in Season 1, Parting 100% would win from here because his Warp Prism actually got caught in that game. Didn't even make it across the map. Whereas here, I mean, he's killed off the Widow Mine. He hurt the Medevac, stopped it dead in his tracks. He's taken his 3rd base with good timing. I very strongly doubt that Flash can force a cancel on that right now with Storm already done.
Oh my god, that was such a good Storm.
Wow, Parting
was so good.
Parting is demolishing him right now.
He is there at every corner. I don't even know if Flash should be out on the map for much longer.
Well, Flash has got to get something done, and he can't do that by sitting at home. He has to get out there, Tasteless, challenge the world. See what he's made of.
Put his face out there. Now, there's been a little bit of posturing around here on the map, and it looks like Flash is going to go ahead and try to get a forced cancel here on the third base. But Parting's now moving his army over here to the right.
Parting getting a good spread of his units right now. Has those Templars kind of in the center. And he does have an observer spotting below his main base to try to look for drops, as well as this one right here. Now that, if he could scan and start killing some of these, maybe he can get in there. But as is, Parting sees him coming before he hits anywhere.
Nice storms here, as well as feedbacks. Oh, that was money right there on that medevac.
Great feedbacks indeed. And he's actually picking off medevacs, man. Look at that. One medevac left.
Another nice storm here.
God, Parting is so good at this style. I don't know why he ever goes for Colossus, Colossus Blank. Like, he's actually just, every time I see him do this style, he's impeccable with it.
And he can't do anything with this since the Viking can come down here and kill that. And it looks like now Parting's actually going to continue to move down here towards the third base. Now, right, look at this. The supplies aren't that different, but think of how many medevacs we've seen killed off here. And then you look at the number of Archons that can deal splash, obviously, all these Zealots. And you got to wonder, is Parting, or rather Flash, going to be okay in an actual engagement here?
Well, a couple of those Archons actually behind. The SCVs get pulled up, and this is where the Archons can really shine. Some really fantastic force fields going out, keeping a lot of those units back.
Oh my god, so good with that storm there. He still has all three Archons alive.
Those Archons dealing so much damage
Okay, he does target down the one that's really low on HP, but he's actually continuing to push forward here. And that pylon, by the way, just now finishing, that he warped in back there, so he can reinforce this with ease. And there's the Zealots. That's exactly what he wants to go for.
Well, this is, it's too much.
I think this game's actually over. The Zealots are going to be able to stand on top of the depot.
Even if Flash were to somehow hold his main ramp or something, the amount of SCVs killed, he's down to 37 SCVs. Parting has 3 bases mining. Oh, God, this is just, what a one-sided game. Wasn't expecting a one-sided game.
Well, it started out fairly even, but every moment where they initiated contact with each other, Parting was on top. Parting handled it perfectly.
Really well done. Flash seems like, I don't know, he does seem a little bit in shock at how that went. Parting, like, actually crushed every single thing that happened there.
Yeah.
His Zealot harassment was on point. He did it perfectly. In fact, the way his Warp Prism moved, I didn't catch exactly as it went past the Marine, but he kind of skirted out to the side. I think he knew that Flash knew that was going to come, and Flash had something spotting for it, so he wasn't ready for it. That was a huge moment. The feedback was huge. Killing off that Widow Mine was huge.
One big storm on that army that did so much damage. And started the real wave where eventually Parting was able to walk across the map and just dominate. Also, there was one moment with a really nice micro where there was a Archon that had just lost all its shields and like half of its health. He actually just microed it back just right with the force fields and then swapped it with an Archon with full health.
So well done. His micro second to none, Tasteless. With that strategy, he looks invincible. Parting poised to come out of this group in first place.
It looks like if it don't count Flash out yet. And we're going to go into game number 2 here. Remember, the winner of this goes on to the round of 8 to face off against Sue in the GSL Code S.